Hey everybody, thank you so much for joining me on the mat today. I'd like to call this class Hopping into 2020. So as you can guess, we're going to be on our hands a lot. We're going to be doing some handstand hops and we're going to be moving and it's going to be a lot of fun. So thank you for joining me. We're going to start at the top of our mat. So you can connect the big toes together and take the heels about 1 inch apart, or you can take your feet hip width distance apart. Spread through the toes, roll the shoulders back and down, and take the palms facing forward. Get tall through your spine, draw your belly button in towards your spine. Take a big breath in through your nose. And then on your exhale, we're gonna close our eyes. Shoulders are going to drop away from the ears. And as you start to connect with your breath, bring your awareness to what's going on with you. What are you thinking about? What expectations do you have? All of the busyness, all of the chaos, we're going to let go of that for just a little bit. We're going to move our bodies. We're going to take care of ourselves. So let all of that go for right now. If all of those thoughts and habits and things that we have to do start to flood back into your head, come back to your inhales and your exhales. And again, letting go of any expectations, just allowing yourself to be here. Connecting with the breath over and over again, as many times as you need to. Always keeping that connection. Let's take 3 more breaths together. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in through your nose. Breathe out through your mouth. Breathe in through your nose. Exhale, sigh it out. Let your body start to relax a little bit. Keep your left hand down where it's at and take your right hand over to your left ear. And the elbows going up towards the sky, and you're just going to side bend your neck over to the right as you reach that left hand down for the ground. You can draw your chin down, or you can drop your head back a little bit. Just kind of stretch through the left side of the neck. It gets really, really tight here. And keep the connection. Breathe in. Breathe out. Reach your left hand down a little bit further. Breathe in. Exhale, switch. Right hand drops down. Left hand goes over to the right ear. Elbows up towards the sky as you side bend your neck over to the left. Reach that right hand down. Breathe out. Breathe in. Reach your right hand down a little bit further. Breathe out. Breathe in. Exhale, take both hands up towards the sky. Draw your belly in. Breathe in through your nose. And on your breath out, sit your bottom down just a little bit and come into chair. Look down and see you can see those toes, so those knees aren't too far forward. And then take your toes up off of the mat, so the weight's in your heels. We're drawing the belly in and we're looking forward. Breathe in. Exhale, sink 1 inch deeper in your chair. Use your core. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in, come to stand, and then side bend over to the left. You can interlace the fingers and point the index fingers up towards the sky. Breathe in as you come to center. Exhale over to the right. Make sure you're really trying to touch the ceiling. So we're not trying to touch the side of the room, but really lift up especially through your rib cage. Inhale, come to center. Exhale, chair. Breathe in. Sink 2 inches deeper, breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in, come all the way up to stand. Side bend over to the left. You can interlace the hands again. You can drop your left hand down. Come to center, inhale. Exhale over to the right. Still keeping connected with the breath. Breathe in and really lift up through your rib cage, like you're trying to press something in your hands up towards the sky. Exhale, chair pose. Use your core by drawing that belly in towards the back of your body. Breathe in. Sink 2 inches deeper, breathe out. Breathe in. Sink 2 more inches. Breathe out. We're going to come all the way onto our bottom. Breathe in. Breathe out. Slowly lower the bottom all the way down to the ground and come into your half boat. Reach your hands forward. Spine is nice and tall. We're going to keep these knees bent as we reach forward. Breathe in. Breathe out. On your next breath in, we're going to extend out. The feet and the shoulder blades float just above the mat and you're squeezing the thighs together. Exhale, come up, half boat. We're going to do that 4 more times. Breathe in as you extend. Exhale as you crunch up. Inhale, extend, nice, slow and controlled. Exhale, crunch. Breathe in. Exhale, crunch. 1 more, breathe in. Exhale, crunch and hold. Maybe you lift up the feet and extend through the legs. Boat pose. Bend at the knees, extend out on your inhale, and then reach the arms up overhead, drop the feet and the arms down. So what we're gonna do here is we're gonna stay on our back. We're gonna reach the hands overhead. We're gonna draw that belly down towards the spine and then lift the head up off of the mat, lift the arms up off of the mat, and then lift the feet up off of the mat. Keep your gaze up towards the sky so the neck is nice and long. We're gonna hold here for 5 breaths. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. Squeeze through your whole body. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in. Drop your hands and your feet down. Keep your arms up overhead. So we're basically doing a kind of a handstand, but on our back. So we're squeezing from the feet all the way up through the shoulders and out through the hands while engaging the core. We're going to lift up 1 more time for 5 breaths. Breathe in. Exhale, lift up. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Don't hold your breath. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. 1 more breath. Breathe in. Draw your knees into your chest. Breathe out. Rock side to side. Cross your feet. Take your hands onto your knees. Roll back up to your boat pose. Cross your feet. Plant your hands and step back to downward facing dog. Bicycle your knees left and right. Draw that belly up and in towards the sky. Shift forward to plank on your inhale. Keep your core engaged. Exhale, lower halfway, chaturanga. Option to always drop to your knees if you need to. Drop your belly to the ground, lift your chest, look up, cobra. Take your shoulders away from your ears. Downward facing dog on your breath out. 2 breaths here. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Drop your right heel down to the mat. Stretch through that back of the right calf. Then switch sides. Bend at the right knee. Draw that left heel down. Look up between your thumbs and walk your feet to your hands. Forward fold. Halfway lift. Inhale. Fold. Exhale. Rise to stand. Inhale. Fold. Exhale. Half lift on your inhale. High plank on your exhale. Breathe in through your nose. Lower halfway, chaturanga on your breath out. Cobra or upward facing dog. Inhale. Exhale. Downward facing dog. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in, look up between your thumbs, and on your breath out, walk your feet to your hands. Half lift, inhale. Fold, exhale. Rise to stand, inhale. Fold, exhale. Half lift, inhale. High plank, exhale. Breathe in. On your breath out, lower halfway. Cobra or up dog, inhale. Downward facing dog, exhale. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, look up between your thumbs, and on your breath out, walk or hop to the top of the mat. Half lift, inhale. Fold, exhale. Rise to stand, inhale. Exhale, fold. Keep the connection with the breath. Half lift, inhale. Chaturanga, exhale. You can walk or step your feet back, lower halfway. Cobra or up dog, inhale. Downward facing dog, exhale. Big breath in through your nose. Walk your feet a little bit closer to your hands. Take a big bend at the knees, and on your breath out, hop to the top of the mat. Half lift, inhale. Fold, exhale. Rise to stand, inhale. Fold, exhale. Half lift, inhale. Chaturanga, exhale. Cobra or up dog, inhale. Downward facing dog, exhale. Big breath in. Walk your feet a little bit closer, and on your breath out, hop to the top of the mat. Half lift, inhale. Fold, exhale. Rise to stand, inhale. Fold. Half lift, inhale. Chaturanga, exhale. Inhale, cobra or up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Stay here in your down dog for 3 breaths. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, big sigh out. Lift your hips up a little bit higher. Breathe in, breathe out. Drop to your knees, come into a tabletop position, and take your right hand on its back side. Fingertips are facing your knee. And just kind of wiggle your hips and your upper body side to side, left and right. You can do one wrist at a time, or you can do both, coming onto the backs of both hands. Kind of let your heart rate go down just a little bit. Shoulders should be warm. Plant your hands down, take a downward facing dog. Right leg's gonna rise up towards the sky. And then take that foot all the way up in between your thumbs, using your core. And then lift up with the arms for a crescent lunge. Hips are squared forward. We're gonna propel into warrior 3, lifting that left foot up off of the mat, and gaze goes down towards the floor. You can take your hands to your heart, you can reach them forward. From here, we're gonna take the hands down onto the mat. We're gonna take our first handstand hops. We're gonna take 5. So make sure that your hands are right underneath your shoulders. I like to kind of crunch my knuckles up so that they're up off of the mat, so I'm not pressing flat into my fingertips, but I'm pressing the tips of my fingers into the mat. The hips stay squared forward, and then as you breathe out, you bend in that right knee, and take that left foot up towards the sky. It always helps if you bend that bottom knee that you're hopping with, kind of bring it into your chest. Take 5 hops. Maybe you catch a little hang time. And then take the feet to the back of the mat, lower halfway. Inhale, cobra or up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Right leg rises, or left leg rises. And then take the left foot up in between your thumbs. Take your crescent lunge on the left. So draw that belly in, engage your shoulders, reach up, breathe in, sink a little bit deeper, breathe out. Spread through the toes on your left foot, propel into your warrior 3. Taking whatever arm variation you took on the other side. Plant the hands down. We're gonna take 5 handstand hops here. So make sure you're lined up. Hands are right underneath the wrists, or hands are right underneath the shoulders. So wrists are right underneath the shoulders. Keep your gaze between your thumbs. Right foot's gonna go up towards the sky. as the left knee comes into the chest. And then press the floor away from you as you propel upwards. And one side's going to feel totally different than the other. And after those 5, take your feet to the back of the mat, lower halfway, cobra or up dog on your inhale, downward facing dog on your exhale. Big breath in, big bend at the knees. On your exhale, hop. Come to the top of the mat, half lift, inhale, fold, exhale. Rise to stand, inhale, fold, exhale. Half lift, inhale, chaturanga, exhale. Cobra or up dog, inhale. Downward facing dog, exhale. Right leg rises up towards the sky. Take that foot all the way up in between your thumbs. Whew. Come up into your crescent lunge. Hips are squared forward. Take your hands to your heart. We're going to twist to the right, taking a high lunge twist. Look up towards the ceiling or maybe back towards the back of the mat. And then we're going to bring this left heel down, open up to the left side of the mat, come into warrior 2. Squeeze through your shoulders. Look over that right hand. And think a little bit deeper. Right knee's going to be right over the ankle, so make sure that alignment is good. Flip that right palm up, reverse your warrior. And then straighten out that right leg, reach that right hand forward, and take triangle pose. So your hand can go onto your ankle, can go onto the floor. It can float on the inside of the shin, or if you have a block, you can take a block underneath that right hand and reach that left hand up towards the sky. And we're almost like we're between 2 panes of glass. The hands are in line with each other. And then take your hands down around the right foot. Take your right foot to the center of the mat. Left foot lifts 10 handstand hops. Take your hands down onto the mat. And you can always just lift that right heel up and down. Make sure you're not sinking into the shoulders, but press away from you. Press down into your fingertips and hop. Doesn't have to be much. We're just working on shifting the weight into the hands. Make sure you're breathing. It's very important. This is yoga after all. And then take your feet to the back of the mat. Once you're done with those 10 hops, lower halfway. Inhale, cobra or up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Left leg rises. Crescent lunge, left side. Hips are squared forward. Hands come to our heart. We're twisting to the left. Can look up towards the sky or back towards the back of the mat. We're going to open up to the right, warrior 2, spin that right heel down. Arms come out. Look over that left hand. Left knee is right over the ankle. Connect with your breath here. Left palm flips, reverse your warrior. Triangle pose. You can wiggle your feet closer together if you need to. Reach that left hand forward. Right hand goes up towards the sky. Connect with your breath. Hands come down around the left foot. Left foot goes to the center of the mat. Right heel goes up towards the sky. 10 handstand hops on this side. Press the mat away from you. On your exhale, shoot that right foot up. Left knee goes into the chest. Maybe you catch some hang time. Make sure you're really pressing up through the shoulders. Take the feet to the back of the mat. After your 10, lower halfway. Cobra or up dog, inhale. Downward facing dog, exhale. 3 breaths here. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Drop to your knees for a second. Shake out your wrist. Make a fist with your left wrist and do some circles. Fist with your right hand and do some circles. We're going to come into 10 more handstand hops. You have the option to put 1 foot forward and do like as we just did with those last 15 and work into your handstand that way. Or you can take a double hop into your handstand if you want to try this out. It's a little bit more advanced. It's a little bit harder, but you would just look up between your hands just like we would do if we were going from down dog to forward fold. Take a big bend at the knees, almost to where the chest and the thighs are touching, and then you're going to propel up and then come right back down. So you can try that out, or you can just take 1 foot to the center like you did earlier and take your hops here. So do what feels good to you and take about 10 of whatever you choose. Again, if you're doing the double ones, coming up high into the toes, deep bend at the knees, and then hop. And then come right back down. Making sure to not hold the breath. I think that's the hardest part of all of it. Taking just a couple more. Coming back into your downward facing dog. Right leg's gonna rise up. Half pigeon on the right. Take your right knee to your right wrist. Come onto the side of the shin. Make sure your hips are even. Right ankle's flexed. If you have a lot of space between your right hip and the ground, you can take a block here. You can take a block underneath your elbows. Come down onto your forearms and just gently fold. Catch your breath. Rise up, plant your hands down, step back to 3-legged down dog. So right leg is going to go up towards the sky. We're going to run through a vinyasa. If you need to take that right foot down, you can, or you can shift forward to plank and then lower halfway, keeping that foot lifted. Drop to your left knee, rise up for a 3-legged cobra. Exhale, 3-legged down dog. Right foot's going to come down to meet the left foot rises. Half pigeon on the left. Hips are squared. That left thigh is parallel with the left side of the mat. You can stay sitting up nice and tall. You can come down onto your forearms. You want to make sure the hips are even. And if pigeon pose is hard for you on your knee, you can always lie down on your back and cross your ankle over your knee. And just sort of melt into your hip, into the mat. Letting that heart rate come down. It's the thing with handstand hops, is that we tend to get our heart rate up, get our blood pumping, getting our feet above our head with our inversions. It's really nice to get the blood moving. Slowly come all the way up. Plant your hands down. Take three-legged down dog. Left leg goes up. Again, we're going to run through a vinyasa, or you can take that foot down, shift forward to plank, lower halfway, chaturanga. Drop to your right knee, come up, three-legged cobra. Exhale, three-legged down dog. Left foot comes down to meet the right. We're going to do 5 more handstand hops of your choice. You can do 1 foot, you can do 2, you can do both. You can go against the wall always if you need to. Just play around with it. Making sure to breathe as you do so. Take those feet to the back of the mat. Once you're done with your handstand hops, drop to your knees. Cross your feet behind you, sit down onto your bottom, shake out your wrists, and then lie down on your back. We're going to connect the soles of the feet. Let the knees splay out wide. Take the hands up towards the ceiling. Continue those circles with your wrists. And then take one hand onto your belly, one hand onto your heart. Belly goes up and down as you breathe. And feel that rise and that fall underneath your hands. You can stay here for a shavasana, or you can extend those legs straight out. Settling back in. Being proud of the work that you've done for moving your body, for getting your blood pumping, maybe for trying something new. And knowing that it gets a little bit easier every time. Even if it doesn't seem like it, you're growing each time that you get out of your comfort zone and you try something new. And it's super essential to try those new things, to do things that are hard, because it challenges us, it grows us. And know that you took this time for yourself today. It's a new year, a new month. You are in complete control of how you move, how you react to certain situations that come your way, how present you are, or how distracted you are. You're in control of all of that. So be proud of how far you've come, of the person that you are, and the positive changes that you're making for yourself. Breathe in, breathe out. In through the nose, out through your mouth. Feel heavy in the mat. In through the nose, out through your mouth. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. And staying here as long as you like. Thank you so much for taking time for you, for practicing with me. The light inside of me honors the light inside of you. Namaste.